What's going on, guys? PlayBox here, and we're back for another Dragon Ball Legends video. In this one, we are going to be once again reviewing Gamepress's updated tier list with the addition of the new LF Bardock. So it's been like around a week since LF Bardock came out, so I'm pretty sure a lot of you want to know where he ranks among the best units in the game and of course the other units in the game. It's actually a bit later. Usually Gamepress gets their update out like within the week. So if Bardock drops on Wednesday or a new unit drops on Wednesday, they would get it updated like around Saturday, Sunday. So this is a bit later than expected, but without any delay, it's finally here 1 week later. So by the way, they should really change this up. ZVG, Raditz, anyone, you guys should change this guy because he is definitely not the face of this tier list, let me tell you. So yeah, let's look at who's been added to the tier list. I think last time I did this is when FSK, when they made a huge change when FSK was dropped to tier 1 and a bunch of stuff like that. So I think there could be some additions. I think the Zenkai Family Son Kamehameha Goku should be here. Family Kamehameha Goku. So let's just see where they all rank. Z tier, I'm pretty sure there should be no changes. So Ultra Gogeta, Super Saiyan God, the Tag Vegeta, Goku and Vegeta, sorry, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and Trunks. Perfectly standard. Like I said in my last one, if they want to have these two units in the same tier as these two units, they should also add a Z plus tier. I mean, what I'm trying to say, if they want to have these guys in Z tier, they should have these guys in Z plus tiers, because I do think they're on a different tier from the rest of the game. Actually, like these two, I would say they're pretty comparable. Maybe even Ultra Gogeta singly on his own tier. That could be possible because, dude, this Gogeta, man, I'm talking about Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. He's just disgusting. Like, you know, a unit is good when even against Mono Purple with having type disadvantage, you'd still bring him, and that's mainly because to counteract this Vegeta, right? And type neutral. But I don't know why Whoa, okay. This dude is that high. Damn, that's crazy. Okay, real quick before that, Super Vegito should definitely be in C tier along with Future Gohan. I feel like if they're gonna have these two in C tier, these two should be in Z tier as well, because you can honestly make the argument that Super Vegito is above Sword of Hope Trunks. Like, you can definitely make that argument. You can even argue that Future Gohan is above Sword of Hope Trunks. That's not to take away from Sword of Hope Trunks, because I think he's a very good unit, but if you want to have this ranking, I would honestly put Super Vegito and Future Gohan in Z tier. So that's just my opinion. But it is fine. I mean, they're just down one tier. It's basically top 6 units in the game, and this is not going to change for a while unless they drop the pretty snapped LF, which, by the way, Bardock is not. So, Otherworld Goku. Okay, let me just scroll through this. Bardock, Full Power Frieza and S tier. That is something I 100% agree with. Full Power Frieza is disgustingly good, and believe it or not, LOE is the team I have the most trouble going up against. I feel like all my matches, the ones I lose, my win rate with LOE is probably the lowest. It's pretty crazy, and they're just about to get some more buffs on the way, right? So this Super Saiyan Goku, right, he has really good he has a really good kit in the form of, like, you know, stalling, or not stalling, but rising rush control. And that's because of his time recount reduction. So when you pop the enemy pops a rush and this guy's on like cooldown, instantly you're able to switch him in, and you know, it's like you want to get this guy dead, right? Because you want to get all the buffs. I don't think he gives card draw speed. I could be wrong, I forgot, but he gives damage and stuff like that to all songs from the movie Teammates and Son Family, right? So this guy's very good. You see him a lot in Super Saiyan teams, movies teams, so I can see why he's here. I don't know if I would put him that high though, like above Zymasu Goku Black. That's above Oob. Oob, I feel like is seeing, because on fusions is where you mostly see Oob, and honestly, I would just run Future Gohan on fusions on the leader slot. That's what the team I used to grind God rank, right? Even though I have a 14-star Oob, I feel like you just run Future Gohan, but Oob is still very, very good. Green card's annoying, but this guy above Zymasu, I would honestly keep Zymasu there. Zymasu easily the most tankiest unit in the game, despite being a green unit. Yeah, I would swap them around. Revival Gohan, maybe even swap him around with Revival Gohan, but this guy, that sub count down, the death buffs really helps him out, so that's crazy. Bardock, yeah, full power Freezer, like I said, he's just really good, and then LOE is just gonna get a resurgence with the new units, so he's probably bound to go up even more with the additions of the new units, so that's pretty crazy. Oh, by the way, I don't think they added Chilled in this one. Because he just came out by the time you're watching this video, he came out yesterday, so he's obviously not going to be this, he's going to be up here, right? So that's wanted to keep note of. Zenkai 21, okay, that's a pretty good placement for her. I think she deserves the spot. Damage is disgusting, high strike attack in the game, post transformation, of course, so that makes sense. Was Cell on her spot, this spot before? I don't know, I don't think so. Oh no, they actually have Zenkai Chilled. Look at that. That's crazy because he just came out yesterday. Wow, okay. So yeah, they have Zenkai Chilled. I haven't played PvP since his release, so I don't know really how good he is. I haven't seen any gameplay either, so but from what I'm seeing, 70% damage against to allies when you're faced up with Super Saiyan Bardock, this one right here. And the fact that he gives already like 20% damage or something, some sort of damage to Super Saiyans already, like that's nasty. And Super Saiyans is a blue purple setup, right? This guy getting not 70% or almost 90% damage to Super Saiyans is this guy. He's literally going to one shot with a blue card, and I'm not even joking. This trio right here, this guy, this guy, like this trio right here, LF full power Frieza, this first form Frieza, and then this full LF full power Frieza. I meant to say first form Frieza. That is a disgusting trio, and that's a team I actually have the most difficulty playing against. It's actually pretty ridiculous, but it is what it is. Super Saiyan 4 Goku actually climbed the ranks a lot. I don't remember where he was, but consider at 3 stars, no, that's cap. At 6 stars, he would still be mid. Okay, this is still the old description, so it is what it is. But damn, I don't go up against him at all, honestly. So I can't really gauge him, but from what I've seen, he does really good damage, so that's crazy. Tier 1 though, I don't think I would put him above these units. Demon King Piccolo, Broly should drop down a bit. I don't even think I would put him above these units. Maybe over Super Saiyan Sparking Broly, but above 21 and Senkai Frieza, and then this guy and DKP, like you don't see this guy enough to warrant a spot over these guys. Like I don't know, that's even above Zamasu, that's crazy. I don't know about that. He still definitely deserves a tier 1 spot, but above all these units, close to Super Saiyan Blue Evolved, that's pretty crazy. So let's keep going here. Okay, so right off the bat, it's a sign that we did not see Bardock in tier 1. That just goes to show you where this guy is ranked at. Okay, tier 2, Super Saiyan 3 Goku in tier 2, huh? That is pretty crazy to think that literally a month or two ago, he was Z tier. That goes to show you the power creep that we've had for this Legends Festival. So he's on the level of Gogeta Blue now, so that's crazy. Great Vegeta, you love to see him there. Android 18. So yeah, Bardock. So unfortunately, they don't have an explanation for Bardock, but I can pretty much convey what they probably want to say, right? So tier 2 is of course for units that are like more of a secondary unit on their team. So Bardock, right? So Bardock's main team is Saiyans and Team Bardock. Team Bardock is not a viable team. Despite having 2 of those EX units that are pretty good, they're not a good team, right? If they want to drop some Sparking Toras and Fashas and Shugeshis later on, that they can actually make a viable team with them. But for now, Team Bardock is not a viable team, so you can just throw that out the window. Saiyans. So he is I guess you could say he's a primary yellow unit on the Saiyans team. So if we just take a look at the Saiyans team, right? Or I'm not take a look, but if we just think of the Saiyan team, right? We have, scroll up here, you have Ultra Gogeta, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Those 2 are going to be your 2 units that you're going to always run on the Saiyans team. You're never going to not run them. So you have these 2. You can honestly argue this guy could be your main yellow unit on Saiyans, but you got these 2, right? And then you have Bardock. So let's just say that's your core lineup for Super Saiyans, right? Bardock has a lot of buffs, not damage buffs, but certain buffs to his kit that requires you to lose a battle member. So actually, let's just pull up his kit. So in his kit, right, if we take a look, applies the following effects to self when a character is defeated. You get nullifies unfavorable elements for damage sustained, which is when you're taking hits, you're taking nullify type neutral damage, and then restores his health by 2500. So endurance, basically, right? So that is restricted upon him having a defeated ally member. And then we have another one in his green card, where if apply these effects when you have a defeated battle, destroys 2 enemy cards and restores vanishing gauge. I don't know why they would restrict this vanishing gauge to defeated battle members, because even if they added just this, like, that would have made this green card so good. But like, that's pretty much what Kid Buu does already on his green card, without any sort of restrictions. So I don't know why they wanted to do this restriction. It makes no sense. So yeah, you have Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and Ultra Gogeta, and you're supposed to sacrifice someone to let's say a Rising Rush, or just let someone die to get this guy's endurance. Units with endurance, the reason endurance is so valuable is because you're able to tank a rush and survive, right? Unless, of course, you're fighting Rose, Full Power Frieza, DKP, any of those units, right? But most of the time, you're going to survive the rush, so you're able to tank the rush, and it's used as Rising Rush control. But in his case, you want to sacrifice someone to the Rising Rush so this guy can get endurance. But at that point, you don't really care about the endurance. So I don't see what they were trying to think about it. And if you want to, like if you just think logically, who are you going to sacrifice for a Rising Rush in that 3 core lineup? Ultra Gogeta, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, or Bardock? Who are you going to sacrifice? Let me tell you, it's not Gogeta. It's not any of the Gogetas. It's going to be this Bardock. So that almost makes no sense for him to have that restriction, because he's the one that's going to be sacrificed to the Rising Rush. So you're almost like never going to see the endurance, unless, of course, one of your units die before they even pop the rush. Okay, like, that's the only case where his endurance makes sense. But as a form of Rising Rush control, that just makes no sense to me. And just by that alone, you're gonna see this guy's playtime go down significantly. I don't think a lot of people saw it for him. It really sucks because this Bardock's animations are really, really cool. Like, I like this unit just in terms of animation. I think he does good, some solid damage once you have it built up, even though it takes quite a bit of time. It kind of promotes like almost a passive playstyle, which I don't like, because you want to try to stall out, get the timer counts rolling, because every 4 timer counts you start building up the damage. So it kind of promotes a passive playstyle, which I don't like. But, you know, once you get him built up, he does do some solid damage. But just the fact that he's being run alongside 2 of the best units, 2 of the top 3 units in the game, and you're expected to sacrifice one of those units just to give this guy endurance. I just feel like it's just a stupid design choice, and I don't like it. I guess they wanted to stay true to the anime, but who the hell cares? Staying true to the anime is not going to produce a very good unit in most cases, right? So I don't know what they're thinking with this guy. It's unfortunate because Bardock is kind of a popular character, right? Especially like his LF is so nice, like easily a top 5 LF, right? So it is what it is, unfortunately. So that's LF Bardock's placement. Let's see if there's any other changes here. I think Cell might have dropped a bit because of Android 21's Zenkai, because she pretty much just replaces him on all the teams. So it's unfortunate for Cell, because Cell is a very popular character, right? He's not a bad unit, Cell, but you're just never gonna run him on any of his teams. Hybrid's not even a meta team, so his anti-hybrid is not gonna pop up that often. So it's really unfortunate, the state of Cell right now. Honestly, one of the worst aging LFs. It just sucks because he's still a solid unit, right? I might do a showcase on him soon, because I kind of want to use him out. I like his strike card animation, but Namigoku, did he drop that much? Tier 2, that's pretty crazy. Namigoku is pretty much forever a bench unit at this point. Broly's kind of high. He should be lower than that, lower than Zamasu. Yo, it is crazy to see all these units in tier 2 when like a couple months ago they were in S tier or Z tier. Like, it's actually insane. So that's pretty much it. Vegito Blue tier 2, that's crazy. I think that's wow, this Rose is that low. That's crazy also. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. So the only notable changes, of course, are LF Bardock in tier 2. I guess Cell, you could say, also in tier 2. Zenkai Chilled and 21. Zenkai Chilled mid tier 1 and 21 close to high tier 1. So it makes sense. S tier, we have Full Power Frieza on low S tier, and then Otherworld Goku at top of S tier, which is pretty insane. And Z tier is pretty much the same. So that's gonna be it for this review. Drop a comment letting me know what you guys thought of this tier list. If there's anything you would change, anything you wouldn't, what you liked about it, just drop a comment letting me know. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and don't forget to subscribe because that shit is so important, so don't forget. Other than that, have a great day. See ya.